Recently, I've been doing quite a bit of thrifting, maybe too much thrifting, of course, with all of the COVID-19 safety precautions in mind. And I realized that over the years, I've actually managed to develop quite the collection. So I thought it would be fun to create a video sharing what I found, how I style the pieces, and just essentially showing off some of the really cool pieces I've been lucky to find. And I'm also going to explain why thrifting more and shopping less at mainstream clothing stores is one of my intentions for this coming year. Number one, it's cheaper. It's as simple as that. These beautiful high-waisted jean-like, but not quite jean pants, for example, were about $25 or $20, and we all know that these would be at least $90 at Urban Outfitters, and they fit me just as well as a pair from Urban would. But they also have huge pockets, which is something very rare nowadays in women's clothing, as I'm sure many of you know and struggle with, so that's nice to have. And I paired it with this kind of dusky rose colored leather bag. I would normally never buy leather, but buying things secondhand means that there's no animal cruelty since this bag already exists in the first place. So thrifting helps your bank account, but what's also really great about it is that a lot of the time thrifting also helps to support charities and missions that specific thrift store might be supporting. And I do want to clarify though, I am not saying that I don't indulge. Of course, we all fall victim to trends and ads and want to buy things that are trendy, though even having a second thought about how or where the material or labor was sourced. For example, the yellow shirt I paired with these jeans is actually from Urban Outfitters, which is the brand that I just dissed for being overpriced. So nobody's perfect, and I myself definitely partake in retail therapy, but it's something that I'm working on, hence why it's one of my New Year's resolutions. So the next item is this velvet dark blue skirt, which I found a while back, actually probably about 3 years ago by now. And again, it's crazy to me how well thrifted things can fit, and I was so incredibly lucky that it was in my size. I saw it and I knew that I wanted it, so I was just really lucky that it fit. And it just makes me feel like a bougie lady who's making her way to some type of fancy event, which I don't even know the name of because I've never been to such an event, but it can also be dressed down, as I've done here with a little denim jacket moment. And next up is another velvet piece. I've worn this shirt many times, and it's just such a beautiful, deep emerald teal-like color, and it's made really well, it fits really well, and I love the mock turtleneck, I guess you could call it. And frankly, it just seems like something Rachel would have worn in Friends in the 1990s, and I absolutely love that. So I would say this is definitely one of my favorite finds of all time. And here I'll talk about my second point, which is that only at thrift stores can you find truly unique pieces that nobody else or very few people will have. Sometimes it's hard to not give in to some of the beautiful pieces that fast fashion offers, which I'm entirely guilty of, as I've mentioned, but you can honestly find pieces just as good with thrifting, and I'm slowly but surely realizing that, especially since clothing trends these days are sort of just repetitions of fashion from the 70s to 90s. I think it's fairly easy to actually shop within trends at thrift stores as well. Plus, something that Urban Outfitters clothing doesn't have is a unique story behind each piece, although we can't really know exactly the life each piece had before us or who it belonged to. I do love imagining who it might have belonged to before me, where it's been. For example, this blouse might have belonged to a very scary businesswoman, I'm assuming. There were actually shoulder pads in this before, but I couldn't manage to pull them off, so I took them out. But any lady who wears shoulder pads and pulls them off definitely knows what she's doing. And the next thing I have is this very scandalous sheer embroidered shirt that I paired with a simple black bralette. It has some very dainty little daisies embroidered into it, and again, it's something pretty unique, and it was only about $10 or $15, so win-win. And here we have another long flowy skirt, which is very comfy and which I wear a lot in the summertime. I just feel so free while wearing this. I feel like I'm living my best hippie life whenever I'm wearing it. And I paired it with this big beige shirt that's probably or definitely belonged to a 40-year-old man at some point, but it's cool, I vibe with it, and I love the texture of this shirt so much. It's quite thick and almost velvety, I would say, but not quite. I don't really know how to describe it. Now that I'm looking at this outfit, it's really giving me Sound of Music vibes. Like, I really feel like I'm about to go frolic in some hills and sing some songs, which I'm not mad at. Maybe I will do that. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So, next I have a few classic pieces. First is this tan knitted turtleneck sweater. And again, it's something that's been worn many times. Very practical, very simple, good for the fall and winter. And then this black turtleneck is again just an absolute classic. Everybody needs one in their closet, I feel like, and I paired it again with that big 40-year-old man shirt that you saw earlier. And my third and final point about thrifting is that it is anti-fast fashion. The past few things I've shown you are probably very similar to things that are already in a lot of stores right now, but instead of buying a new one, I am repurposing something that already exists. This means no new materials, no new production, which is obviously more sustainable and environmentally friendly than fast fashion, but it also means no new labor, which is wonderful. We all know that a lot of big companies put on a good face and act all sweet and whatever, but it's a trick. Behind the scenes, there are a lot of people working in sweatshops and in bad conditions who are not being paid adequately for their work whatsoever. So pretty much thrifting instead of buying things firsthand is just a small way to help lessen these bad things that do come with fast fashion. And the last 2 items are some big old sweaters that probably also belong to some middle-aged man, but I'm cool with it, it's fine. All that matters is that it's insanely comfortable, and I wear these sweaters interchangeably most days, even in the summertime. And I love layering these as well. I think it looks really cute with the turtleneck underneath, tucked into some jeans, and I rarely put this much effort into my everyday looks, but I still think it looks cute, so yeah. And that is this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been inspired by some of these looks, or that you've been inspired to do some more thrifting than first-hand shopping come the new year. Of course, only if where you are is taking the appropriate safety precautions, but yeah, please stay safe, and I hope your holiday season is going swimmingly so far. Don't know why I said that word, I never use that word, but anyways, I will see you in my next video, and if you feel so inclined to, of course, you're welcome to stick around, hit subscribe, join the family. With that being said, have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is where you are, and yeah, bye!